everyone, this is Tammy with Creative Critters. Today I'm going to show you one of the things that I like to use my YourStory for. I'm actually using the YourStory laminating pouches that measure 12 by 12. They come in a package. There's 12 laminating pouches in it, and they're actually 12.5 by 12.5. It's so that you can laminate an actual 12 by 12 layout, which is really cool. But I'm not going to be using it for layout today. I am taking one of the pouches and I trim off a slight edge just so that I can fit it onto my mat, because I'm going to cut them with my Cricut. So it doesn't take much to trim off, just a little bit, but the reason you want to trim it off is because you don't want the wheels to catch the laminating material while it's going through the Cricut. So I'm cutting out some big circles so that I can laminate some name tags. So here we go. I've placed the circles onto my gypsy, as you can see right there, and I will hit cut. Load my mat, and I do not have to multi-cut, and my settings are 4 for my blade housing and maximum pressure, and the gypsy decides the speed for me. And you'll see as it cuts the laminating material, it does make it move just a bit, not enough to make a difference. You want to be careful if you're cutting any kind of like detailed material or anything out that has any type of shape. These big circles, it works perfectly for. I've can get 4 of them, and my circles are 7.5 inches in diameter, and I can get 4 of them perfectly on one of the 12.5 by 12.5 laminating pouches. Okay, I'm going to unload. And take one of them off. Now you can see there's 2 layers of plastic, the top layer and then another bottom layer, and the bottom layer is what's sticking to the mat. The top layer actually stays in place fairly well just because of the static cling of how the pouches fit together. So I have 2 pieces. I'll take my 2 pieces and take my name tag, which I've made. This weekend is my Luck of the Irish retreat, so I've made some cute little shamrock name tags. I used the cartouche image from my Sweethearts cartridge. The clover is actually from, I think that one's from, A Child's Year maybe? I think so. And then on the back I have the information for the retreat, and these name tags are meant to be souvenirs for all of my guests so that they can either use them on a layout with pictures from the retreat, or they could use them to just collect. I have several ladies who like to put them on their totes and bags and stuff. Okay, so because I've cut it out in a perfect circle, all I have to do is layer my tag in between the 2 pieces of laminating pouch. Now we get to go and put it through my YourStory. Alright, and here is my YourStory. I really enjoy using this a lot because not only do I use it for the top part, which is the book binding, but it has a great laminator, and I find that a lot of my craft projects and things that I like to use the laminator. So in order to turn it on, there's a power button in the middle. You turn that on and it will have a red light on it. Now if you turn on the arrow that goes up, that's for your binder, and it says so underneath it. The arrow that goes down is for your laminating. So what I wanted to do is I want the heating element to heat up, and I'm going to turn on my laminating. The laminating button is blue, will beep at me once it's ready, and my power light will turn green. Alright, it's green and now it's ready. Now remember the tag, here it is with the pouch on each side. I've got my tag in the middle, got something on both sides. When I do little things like this, laminated things, I like to put them on a piece of cardstock or cardboard or something first, just in case it overlaps a little bit or the stickiness, you know, I don't have it lined up just right. And I use the cardstock and then just simply run it through. Now remember, it has a mouth that will fit a 12.5 inch wide, so you can just slide that in. Oh, but you want to make sure that the pieces are together. There we go. And just slide that in and it will start feeding itself through. And it goes through just really slow, laminates the pouch. Now for a lot of you who are maybe familiar with different laminators, office work type stuff, some laminators require that you put it in a cardboard sleeve. This one does not. You can actually just take the laminating pockets and run them straight through without anything on them. I just like to use the cardstock kind of as a support the first time I run it through. And I always run my tags through twice. So the second time I run it through, bring it out the back. Here you go. You see it's really good. It actually got a really good seal on it, which is good because that's why I like to pre-cut my laminating pouches, because then I really feel like it gets a good seal all the way around. But just to make sure, I always run them through one more time just to get that extra tight seal on it. And it will come out the back just like that. There you go. And I like how it's a nice sharp rounded. Usually when I laminate them and cut them out myself, I can never get that perfect circle or straight edge, and so I really like how pre-cutting the circles with the Cricut and then running everything through your YourStory together really makes it look. So there you go. This is almost finished. After I'm done with that, I then add a felt sticker heart that I had gotten from Michael's, I think, in the dollar section, and added a rhinestone that I colored green and gave it just an extra little bling and 3D effect, but that's on top of the laminate because I would not want to laminate anything 3D-ish inside the tag because it wouldn't do well. So there you go. This is my name tag, and that's how you use the YourStory. Thanks for watching.